found yourself regretting a luxury purchase? You are not alone. I'm glad you are here because today we've got an important topic. Luxury items that just aren't worth spending on. You might think, there's a good idea at the store, but trust me, they are not the treasures that seem to be. Usually, I show you items that are worth investing in, but today is different. We are going to explore the ones that aren't worth your money. I have received many requests for more content on style, elegance and how to live a stylish life. So you can expect more videos with practical fashion tips, advice on enhancing your personal style and essentials on maintaining good manners. There will be more content to cover all aspects of elegance, sophisticated living and personal development. And if you are new here, I'd be delighted for you to join our community. Please hit the subscribe button to stay updated with all my latest discussions and more content on sophisticated lifestyle. So let's start with number one, and number one is the designer luggage. When it comes to selecting luggage, some people might choose brands like Louis Vuitton or Gucci because of the luxury look. However, I would suggest thinking twice before making such a choice and expensive choice. Firstly, the cost is quite high for the value of what you are getting. Secondly, these pieces often feature light leather that doesn't age well, picking up all the stains and losing its charm over time. And another thing to consider, luxury luggage might look fabulous, but it's not resistant to the tough handling of travel. Airlines handle countless pieces of luggage daily, and they are not going to give special treatment to your designer suitcase. It's all too common for these expensive pieces to come off the plane scratched or damaged. Lastly, such luxury flashy branding can increase the risk of theft, making you a target during your travel. Instead, I opt for more affordable options that last longer and they are discreet, meaning you are less likely to attract unwanted attention. The one situation where designer luggage might make sense for me is for short, close-to-home trips like a weekend at the spa. You are handling your bags yourself, keeping them in sight, so avoiding any unnecessary attention. Then it is more about enjoying your luxury with peace of mind. Luxury items that have lost their exclusivity. Brands like Versace, which once defined high fashion, have lost some of their exclusivity through over-commercialization and association with more affordable, budget-friendly lines. So once on top, name in high fashion nowadays isn't as special as it used to be. Designer handbags by Michael Kors and Coach, both brands have seen a decline in the perceived value and quality of their products, despite still being marked as luxury. It might be a bit controversial, but yes, that's my opinion and that's my advice. They are everywhere in outlets and you can buy them cheaper. In Bicester Village, in Kildare Village, in Ireland and everywhere. I have seen them all over the places with discounted price. Yes, it might be controversial because many people love Michael Kors or Coach bags, but in my opinion they don't hold the value at all. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Number 3, extravagant fashion items like paperclip by Prada. Yes, let's talk about the Prada paperclip. It's a sterling silver money clip priced at £150, $170. While a money clip is meant to be a practical accessory, the price tag attached to this particular one is certainly attention-grabbing. Maybe it was actually meant to be controversial? I don't know. The price is just crazy. So it's definitely excessively priced for what essentially amounts to a simple item. After all, a standard pack of paper clips, which serves a similar function, typically costs only £1 to £3 in the UK. It's a prime example of how luxury brands sometimes push the boundaries of pricing. Don't you agree? So definitely skip the paperclip from Prada. Next up, let's talk about Hermès accessories like the Click-Clack H bracelet and the Apple Watch Hermès. These items often come with a high price tag that doesn't quite align with the functionality or the actual cost of materials. Take, for example, the Hermès bracelet. The Click-Clack H bracelet is a signature piece from Hermès, known for its elegant and minimalistic design, featuring the iconic H motif closure. But it's only gold-plated rather than solid gold, which doesn't seem to justify its high price, especially when you can find similar looking alternatives at a fraction of the cost. As for the Apple Watch Hermès, it's a collaboration between Apple and Hermès, combining the technology of the Apple and the Apple Watch with the luxury of Hermès. These watches feature exclusive Hermès watch bands made from high quality leather, along with unique watch faces designed by Hermès. However, like other luxury tech accessories, the Apple Watch Hermès tends to be much more expensive than standard Apple Watches. And it leads to some questions whether the premium price is justified by the added luxury branding. Definitely not, and you can skip it. You can save your money on this. I actually wanted for a long time the Click-Clack H bracelet, but now I don't know anymore. I have some bracelets from Louis Vuitton and other luxury brands, but do they hold the value? I don't think so. But it's your choice if you know what they stand for and you still wanted to splurge on them. Next up, let's discuss designer watches. Now, while some may be tempted to buy mid-range options like Chanel or Gucci watches, it's important to consider whether they are truly worth the investment. And I can tell you, these mid-range watches will not offer the same value or prestige as higher-end brands like Cartier or Rolex. There are two arguments against the mid-range watches like Chanel or Gucci. Firstly, in comparison to established watch brands, they may not hold the same level of craftsmanship, heritage or resale value. It's like comparing buying jewelry from Chanel to investing in a piece from Cartier. The latter tends to hold its value better over time. Secondly, purchasing a mid-range designer watch may feel like settling for less when you could be saving up for a more prestigious timepiece. So while it may take longer to afford brands like Cartier or Rolex, the patience and investment are often worth it in the long run. Ultimately, the decision comes down to personal preference and priorities. If you are looking for a watch that truly makes a statement and holds its value, it might be worth waiting and saving up for a higher end option rather than settling for a mid-range designer watch. Now let's turn our attention to excessively priced designer clothing from brands like Dolce & Gabbana and Balenciaga, for example. These fashion houses are known for charging high prices for items like simple cotton t-shirts and basic skirts. The high price tags attached to these seemingly ordinary garments often raise eyebrows and prompt questions their true value. Critics argue that the inflated prices of these designer pieces are not justified by the materials or craftsmanship. In many cases, similar styles can be replicated or found at a fraction of the cost from more affordable brands. While some may argue that purchasing designer clothing is an investment in quality and status, others question whether the brand name alone justifies the steep price point. And I can tell you, save your money and just buy the more affordable ones. Lastly, let's talk about limited edition collectibles. From luxury watches to designer fashion items, these exclusive pieces often come with a high price tag and the promise of rarity and prestige. People really want these things because they are rare and special. For example, limited edition watches can have cool designs or features that make them extra special. Designer clothes that come out in limited quantities are also super popular among fashion fans. However, here's the thing, these limited edition items can be crazy expensive. Sure, they are rare, but are they really worth the huge price tag? I would say no, and I strongly recommend not to buy them and save your money. Because you are paying for the name or the hype, not for something that's actually better or more useful than other stuff you could get for way less money. So after exploring all these luxury items, remember, don't get too caught up in labels. You don't have to follow what you think luxury is. Sure, it is okay to indulge in some flashy things now and then. I do it too. But let's not make everything about showing off or being overly flashy. That's why elegance is such a big theme, and we will talk about it more on this channel. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed exploring these overpriced luxury items with me. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel for more content. Your support means the world to me.